A long time ago in ancient Israel, there was a young shepherd boy named David. He was the youngest of 8 brothers, and his job was to take care of his father's sheep. Even though he was young, David was brave and had great faith in God. At that time, Israel was at war with the Philistines. The Philistine army had a mighty warrior named Goliath, a giant over 9 feet tall. He wore heavy armor, carried a massive spear, and had a loud, terrifying voice. Every day for 40 days, Goliath mocked the Israelites and challenged them. "Choose a man to fight me. If he wins, we will serve you. But if I win, you will serve us." The Israelites were terrified. Even King Saul, their leader, was afraid. No one dared to fight Goliath. One day David was sent by his father to deliver food to his brothers, who were in the army. When he arrived at the battlefield, he heard Goliath's challenge. Instead of being afraid, David was angry that Goliath was insulting God's people. "Who is this Philistine that he dares to defy the army of the living God?" David asked. David decided to fight Goliath. King Saul was hesitant, but David told him, "I have fought lions and bears while protecting my sheep. God helped me then, and he will help me now." Seeing David's confidence, Saul agreed and offered him his armor. But David refused, saying, "I don't need this. God will protect me." Armed with only a slingshot and 5 smooth stones, David walked onto the battlefield. Goliath laughed when he saw him. "Am I a dog that you come at me with sticks? Come here and I will feed your flesh to the birds," Goliath said. But David was fearless. He shouted back, "You come against me with sword and spear, but I come against you in the name of the Lord Almighty. Today the Lord will deliver you into my hands." David placed a stone in his sling, swung it, and released it with great force. The stone flew through the air and struck Goliath right in the forehead. Goliath fell face down to the ground. David quickly ran, took Goliath's own sword and cut off his head. When the Philistines saw that their mighty warrior was dead, they ran away in fear. David's victory was not because of his strength or weapons, but because of his faith in God. This battle showed that God does not need swords or spears to save his people. David later became the greatest king of Israel, and his story reminds us that no matter how big our problems are, with faith in God, we can overcome anything. If you enjoyed this story, please subscribe to the channel. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss a new story.